When Marissa stole my car and wrecked it, I went commando parenting on her, basically, and took all privileges. I even took her door off of her hinge. My rules for Marissa are you're not allowed to be disrespectful. She has to have her phone turned in my bedroom at 10 o'clock. She's not allowed to turn off her GPS. When she goes over to friends' houses, she needs to be back by 9 p.m. I feel as though I've taken all steps necessary, and yet nothing is getting through to her. She's still making bad choices. It makes me feel like a failure as a parent.
That communicates a lack of trust in you, right? When she takes your door off and GPSes you and tracks you and all that. Do you feel that she doesn't trust you?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Are you trustworthy?
No, not from what I have done. I would say no.
How do you get from a bad set of choices to a better set of choices? Well, our next guest has a few ideas about how this should be managed. She has spoken to over 500 people across America as part of research for her new book, Thrivers: The Surprising Reasons Why Some Kids Struggle and Others Shine.
Joining us now, best-selling author and educational psychologist, Dr. Michele Borba.
We wanted to get some advice on how parents can help their kids from educational psychologist Michele Borba.
We're seeing a generation that we're very concerned about, nicknamed Generation Stress. It's a warning sign, parent. Put on the pause button and tune into your child.
75% of our kids are quitting sports at age 13.
Self-absorption kills empathy. Big mistake we make is, okay, kids, now fill out the worksheet. We're going to learn empathy.
We need to put a little reboot on our parenting. What we discovered is that thrivers are made, not born.
Narcissism has gone up 58%, but let's not just blame the kids. Maybe some of it is coming from the parents.
It is true.
Don't you like Borba?
I love her because she just speaks truth to power.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to examine Heather's parenting techniques, and I'm going to invite Dr. Borba to come up to the big screen with me, and let's take a look, because I've written some things down. I've kind of gone through her parenting, and she's gotten very reactive to a lot of bad choices that Marissa has made. What do you think about this set of parenting choices in this situation?
Well, here's what we do know. Science is telling us that if we really want to raise a thriver, a kid who's got it, I can do it, it's a balance. It's a balance between love and warmth and respect, but also that clear structure. But it's got to be balanced. What I'm worried about is it's going this way. Right. So I think the first thing is this one. You always need to recognize that when you deliver any kind of a consequence to a child, you got to be calm yourself. I can see the grounding, I can see the extra chores, I can see these, but the two things that worry me most is that we're seeing an epidemic of lonely kids. And they're lifeline to one another right now, as unfortunately the thing we told them not to use was a cell phone.
Of course.
So that's number one. Number two is the same thing here, removed from school. This kid has an incredible ability in terms of her learning. She's doing really well there, but her source of connection has got to be with others. And then what we do is we start restoring a relationship. We also do one other thing. We start building integrity to a kid, and that's a high correlation of a resilient child.
Define that in real-world terms for Heather.
It's a kid who's got an I can do it kind of an attitude. But it's because they have learned some skill sets along the way. Now, the key in life is it's not a product and it's not a gene. What we now know, the best thing that if there's any silver lining to COVID, resilience can be taught. And it's a combination of about 7 factors. We can really make a difference, and we better, because this is the kid who's going to make it in the real world.
I agree.
And isn't it true that kids learn about themselves by observing themselves master their environment?
Yes, if we keep bubble wrapping our kids, we're not doing them any good at all. And we've got to let them have a little bit of choices along the way too, so they can figure it out. She's only got about 3 more years, and unfortunately, Mom, it's bye-bye, she's gone. So there's no rewind button when it comes to parenting, it's now.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.